Welcome, friends. Today we are doing more first impressions. Tremendous. And the house we are doing more first impressions on today is Eris Parfums. This is a continuation of yesterday's video when I did 3 first impressions. So today we're going to finish off the other 4. And if any of these strike my fancy, I will be trying them on skin. So that'll be nice. From yesterday, MXXX definitely on skin. And maybe Scorpio Rising, maybe. It's sort of... I enjoyed it more after a couple of hours. It was very spicy. Like, not spicy, but peppery at the top. It was a considerable amount of pepper going on there. But anyhow, that's not what we're smelling today. Today we have Ma Bête, Belle de Jour, MX, and Green Spell. So which one shall we try first, eh? You decide. What's that? Belle de Jour? Okay then. I've already got one called Belle de Jour. Not by Eris though, by Tom Ford. But anyway. Here we go. Belle de Jour was released in 2016. Oh Christ on a bike, it's white floral. Oh well. I really didn't like the white floral one from yesterday. I forget what it was called. Night Flower. Whoa! Very plasticky sort of note came through on that. Very strange. But anyway, we'll try this one. This was released in 2016. Antoine Lee is the perfumer. Coriander, orange blossom and pink pepper at the top. Mid notes are Egyptian jasmine, allspice, all of them, allspice and labdanum. The base notes are seaweed, musk and atlas cedar. How unusual. Oh no. Instantly got a massive white floral thing. Musky. A musky bastard as well. Ugh. Wouldn't care, I've just had me dinner like, so I hope I don't blow any chunks. Anyhow, let's have a smell. Whoa. Instantly get a massive amount of orange blossom. Huge. Jasmine. I get like a salty sort of thing. Something a little bit warm too. A little bit spicy. It's probably the coriander. But it's not overpowering. It's very white. Very white floral. There's also something fresh and salty about it, which is almost certainly the the seaweed. I wonder if it's like a tincture. I wonder if they like go out on the beach and like tincture seaweed. You know how you can get like different kinds of like ambergris from like different parts of the world. I wonder if you can get seaweed from different parts of the world. You know, like Irish seaweed and French seaweed and Spanish seaweed, Australian seaweed. Oh, goodness gracious me. That is jasmine. Up and down that. Oh, God. I'm not sure how much more I can smell of this. Green. Green from the seaweed. Salty from the seaweed. And the jasmine and the orange blossom are huge. Orange blossom more than jasmine for me at the minute. Off a test strip anyway. And don't get us wrong, it's not as indolic as most jasmines that like I've tried. I beg your pardon. I've got a little bit of a cough. A little bit metallic as well. That's probably from the seaweed as well. Yeah, it's a little bit metallic. I don't hate it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. It's not poor quality, you know. I just don't like it, you know. That's something you come to sort of as you get, as maybe it's a thing as you get older, but as you get like more into like fragrances, you can appreciate something that's for its quality and not just something that you like, you know. I've been guilty of that before in my life. But I do not like that. That is white floral. Oh, Lord above. Next we will try Ma Bête. Or Ma Bête. Ma Betty? I don't know. Something. Again, Antoine Lee. He's been a busy man, hasn't he? Let's have a look at what you smell like. So top notes are aldehydes, Tunisian neroli. My mate's just come back from Tunisia, Richie G. Friend of the channel. And nutmeg at the top. Middle notes are jasmine sambac, we meet again, cypriol oil and styrax. Base notes are animal notes. I mean, do you know how big the animal kingdom is? How we? Come on. Which animal? You know? Is it a cow, a giraffe, spider, squid, tardigrade? Oh, where? Right. Patchouli and Virginia cedarwood make up round off the base. So, wow, that's animalic. Ooh. No semblance of anything but animalic there. Good heavens. Instantly I'm taken to Koros. Instantly. It must be a huge dollop of animalis. That's what they must mean, you know? It's that, but that's about it in common with Koros. But it has got that in. There's like a niche Koros. Necessarily mean it's better. It's got that like bright top as well, like aldehydes. I get the aldehydes sparkly, fresh. Tunisian neroli. If I wanted a vintage Koros, right, but I couldn't get vintage Koros, you could get this and get about 95% of the experience, 90% of the experience. Interesting. Wow. That is crazy. So, I may have been a bit hasty when I said that this was like 95% Koros. It's not. But this is definitely going down the same path. The similarities are there, very much so. Very much so. Bright, sharp opening, clean, like a floral mid, an animalic, very animalic base. Jasmine's very big in this one though as well. Oof. Ma Bête. You are a good fragrance, but I'm not sure I like you. I prefer Koros. Chorus has got like that leather and oak moss in the base, you know. It's just more. But if you're looking for something that represents that style of perfume, that is pretty good. It's just got a very floral, very jasmine-y in the heart, which I don't get. These are all very good fragrances, well made. But there's only been one or two that I'm going to put on skin so far. But we've got these two left to go, which will be interesting. One is MX, and the other is Green Spell. I think I will try Green Spell next. This is meant to be right up my street. It was released last year, which was 2021. Ooh, there isn't a pyramid. There's just a bunch of notes. Tomato leaf, black currant, violet leaf, galbanum, fig leaf, musk, ambroxan, narcissus, mandarin orange, vetiver. Tomato leaf, did you say? Outrageous. I think the people who like tomato leaf love tomato leaf, you know. One of my friends bought a bottle of Eau de Campagne by Sisley, which was an Eleanor, a Jean-Claude Eleanor. Absolutely loves it. To be fair, it's a great fragrance. It really is. Sisley's a shockingly underrated, underexposed house. They really do deserve, their fragrances deserve more spotlight, you know. But I'm not talking about Sisley today, we're talking about Eris. Oops, I'll put the lid back, shall I? This is Green Spell. Wow, that's green. Galbanum at first, big galbanum. I'm getting the fig leaf. A little bit fruity. Bit of black currant. I'm not getting tomato leaf. I'll try this on skin because tomato leaf's outrageous. Yeah, I'm getting the tomato leaf now. But it starts off with a massive blast of galbanum. And what I can only assume is the ambroxan, because I got a big lift of like that brightness, you know, the push, you know. Ambroxan's like the afterburner on a jet engine, isn't it? You know, it's just more. You know, you full throttle and then there's just more. So this feels a bit light and airy. When I think of tomato leaf, I think of a deep green, rich, verdant, sort of like three-dimensional, like almost like what's it called, vertigo-inducing kind of note. It feels as though if you look down, you'll get scared. It's that kind of like rich sort of note. This is not as rich or as thick as most of the tomato leaf fragrances I've smelled. Stuff like What About Adam. It does have a little bit of the tomato leaf there, but it's not dominant. Fragrantica's telling us it's like the most dominant note. I don't think it is. I think the galbanum's massive. I mean, the tomato leaf's coming out more and more and more now, and I do realise I'm testing this on paper. Skin's the. I'll be doing another video with when I show like the ones I'm testing on skin and what happens with them. But I like this. I'm going to try this on skin definitely. Violet leaf, black currant, very small amounts. Fig leaf, yes, at the beginning. Galbanum massively at the beginning. Tomato leaf pushing through towards the end. On paper, anyway. Okay, last but not least, MX. So I believe this was released originally before MXXX. This was released in 2017. Top notes are black pepper, Indian ginger, olibanum and saffron. Mid notes are Australian sandalwood and Virginian cedar. The base notes are cacao pod, benzoin, castoreum, Haitian vetiver, birch, and patchouli. You birch you. Aha, get it nice and wet. Soaked. Soaked in MX. So let's have a smell, shall we? Oh, that's instantly very pleasant. Sandalwood massively at first. Huge sandalwood at first. And then you get the little bit of the twang from the cacao pod. You know? It's got that kind of crumbly, sort of dark, like floury powder kind of consistency to it. You get the benzoin or benzoin. Bit of the Indian ginger as well. I don't know what discriminates Indian ginger from, like, I don't know, ginger from anywhere else, but I'm getting ginger of some descript. Because there's a bit of a twang. There's like, maybe it's the saffron. But I'm getting creaminess as well. This is very, very pleasant. Benzoin always gives that milky, creamy sort of vibe, you know? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Ah, delightful wet. Yes, I'll be trying this on skin. Lovely chocolatey fragrance. Sandalwood. The cacao pod. Cocoa. And benzoin. Combining to give this sort of creaminess. I can imagine the cedar doing a bit of that as well, to be fair. That is so nice. That is so pleasant. One day I'll do a comparison between MX and MXXX. Whoa. At the minute, I think I like this one more than MXXX. But this is just on card. Could change on skin. And I will be trying this one on skin. That's really nice. You shall go through to the next round. So, let's try the first three again. And then I shall say goodbye. Belle de Jour. Belle de Unsure, if I'm honest. Did you like that? I did. Not huge on that, if I'm honest. Big, huge fucking, like, orange blossom, jasmine, musky thing. It's got this metallic sort in it. The contrast between the jasmine and like this metallic seaweed note is very interesting. I wouldn't buy a bottle, and I wouldn't wear it, but I imagine there are a lot of people who would. People who like florals, white florals, and contrast. This is very modern perfume. You know, this is a quality modern perfume. It reminds us that the metallic sort of seaweedy sort of vibe reminds us a bit of Ganymede. If you like Ganymede but you want something more floral, Ganymede with white florals, this could be something you would enjoy. from Marc-Antoine Barrois. This is Ma Bête. This is literally like the dry down of Koros, like the far dry down of Koros. It's very smooth. Probably a smoother ride than Koros. Koros is a big unit. It's a big, brash, 80s hairy chest. It's not angry, but it's... This is literally a niche Koros. It's Antoine Lee, when he made this, had to know that this smelled like an old version of Koros. Sample that if you're interested in a vintage Koros. The similarities are stark. They're pretty striking as far as similarities are concerned. That is a floral, modern, vintage Koros, if that makes sense. Which I'm not sure it does, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't listen to that. Green Spell. Galbanum. I get a fucking huge amount of Galbanum. I get French Lover. I get Royal Oud. I get a twang from the tomato leaf. It's nice. I'm going to try that on skin. But I'm not sure I'm going to need it if I've got Royal Oud and French Lover, which I don't have French Lover. I've got like one of them 10 mils, you know. But MX is absolutely tremendous. That is a lovely, chocolatey, smooth, milky sort of fragrance. Not like, it sounds strange, I know I've said chocolatey and milky, but it doesn't smell like milk chocolate. It's like the two separate things in the same sort of area, you know. Like the chocolate and the milk haven't been mixed yet, but they are like side by side. Like you've got the milk out the fridge and you've got the chocolate powder out the cupboard. And benzoin, and that's glorious as well. It really is very nice. Some benzoin notes for me, they're great because they're too thick. They feel like, you know, when you have something with cream in it and the cream sort of sticks in your mouth and makes you like thirsty. It's like that. Some benzoin notes are like that. They're like a residue, like a thick sort of thing, and I don't really care for it. But this is done magnificently. So I can tell you now, the ones I am going to try on skin are going to be MX, Green Spell, MXXX, and Scorpio Rising. I'll try all four of them on my skin, because Scorpio Rising, while extremely peppery and it did make a sneeze, I respect its hustle. So, thank you for joining me once again. I shall be back soon with testing these on skin, probably next week. And we'll see what happens. Thanks very much, everyone. See you later. Bye.